Hey, Origins fans! Stephen Bonacore, the Podfather of Gaming, here for OriginsTV. And right now I'm with Christian. We are at Gray Forest Games, and that's booth 957.
957. Yes.
Here, all the way down in the back. You got to come and visit him because he's got something really interesting looking here. And this one is already available on Kickstarter. A lot of people, come here to say, we're going to Kickstart it in a month. We're going to Kickstart at the end of the year. This is on Kickstarter right now for the next 7 days.
Next 7 days.
Which is really cool. So people can really get a good feel for this game by going online as well. So first of all, tell us about the game. What's this game called?
It's called 44 BCE.
44 BCE.
Yes.
So we know that this is 44 years before the AD. There's an old joke there because I made a big mistake about a game that was like just said 987 on the cover. But they meant like 987 like AD or something like that. But nobody told me. I thought it was like, what's 987 Vikings mean? It was like crazy. Anyway, you made it very clear. This is 44 BCE is when this occurs. And what happens in this game?
So Caesar has been assassinated and Rome is in chaos.
Of course.
So you get to be one of 5 historical icons that are going to try to take control of Rome and become the first emperor. So that's kind of the premise, and then the concept behind the game is it's a power struggle to be that first emperor, but it's all on one. Now the catch, though,
it's an all against one.
It's all against one.
Oh,
but there's
okay.
a catch.
All right.
And the catch is that the one changes throughout the game.
No kidding.
So yes, sir.
Wow. So it's a one versus many, with the one being a different person, different times of the game.
That's right. So what's going to happen is the one person is the leader of Rome, and they are trying to maintain control. But if all the other players work together and can overthrow them, one of the other players will then become the leader and will be on their own the next time around. So it shifts.
That is a really interesting concept. So if you want to talk about something different in gaming, this is a very interesting concept.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And so what the other thing that happens is before you make any commitments, so you're trying to gain authority in 3 fields, right? Political, military, social.
Those are the 3 fields on the player board.
Yes. So before you make any commitments there, you actually are going to hide your player mat behind your screen and get to make your commitments in secret. So just because I told you I was going to support you this time around, maybe I changed my mind.
Of course, of course. Very, very cool. Tell me about how's the interaction on this board work?
So yeah, so the board really is there it primarily as a player guide, I think. So it's going to walk you through 9 different phases of the game. So the idea behind this is to make each phase very short so that you're not sitting there waiting a long time between turns. It's pretty snappy and you'll move around pretty quick. Your turns will come around. So you're going to build structures in Rome to gain influence and some other special abilities. You will then collect your influence and use it to enlist recruits. Those recruits then come to your player map, and that's how you build up authority in each of these fields. So the other aspect of the game that is really, it can be kind of tough sometimes is a discard. So what's going to happen is you're only allowed to keep a total of 7 cards in cubes, so your resource management's got to be pretty on point to do well. And then the rest of the game deals with playing cards on our screens, hiding them, and then revealing and determine who controls which fields and who will ultimately be the Imperium Maius.
Yeah, and how does that one change like round to round? That part is really, I mean, that to me is the hook. That's your hook.
That is the hook. Yeah, no, you got it. I'm glad that's not hidden.
It's not hidden here. That's the hook. You could be the one, I could be the one, that person over there could be the one.
That's right.
How is that shift during the game?
So what's going to happen is you're trying to control 2 out of these 3 fields. So if all of the suitors, all of the players that are not in power, if they are able to take control from me collectively, right? So they get to add their scores up.
Okay.
And I've got my score, plus I get some little bonuses. If they are able to seize control in at least 2 of these fields,
2 out of the 3,
whichever one of them was the most powerful this turn will then be the leader on the next turn. So it would shift. So what happens is actually get this tile, the Imperium Maius tile, goes to that player. So if I lose, it could come over here.
Okay.
And then now that player, in this case Octavian, would be the leader on the next turn, and we'd all be against him.
Very, very interesting. How does the game actually end? Is it a certain number of rounds? Certain?
So yeah, it is. So you can see right here is our timeline. So we start in 44 and end in 27. In real history, I guess that is when Augustus became the first emperor. But in our revisionist history, we allow somebody else to maybe take the throne.
Absolutely.
But so there are 6 turns throughout the game, and this is kind of our timeline, and these continue to come off and go to whoever is the leader as the game progresses.
Very, very cool. Is this production artwork?
That is the artwork that is ready to go. Yes, sir.
Wow, and you are right now on Kickstarter with this, and you have 7 more days?
7 days left.
And what's the package, the starting package that you would get to back this?
So pretty much everything you see here, except for these minifigures, that comes in the starting package. It's $59 on Kickstarter. And then we have what we're calling the Emperor Edition,
of course,
which is slightly upgraded, so it'll include minifigures of each one of the characters.
Very nice.
In addition to the coins, and so you can't see these on the video, I think, but those are actual coins that Brutus had minted after he assassinated Caesar. And
you're going to have actual like metal coins in there?
Actual metal coins.
Okay, right now I think people can see them. They're cardboard, of course, right?
Yeah, they are cardboard.
Okay, but you can upgrade them with the minis. For an extra...
It's 109 for the Emperor Edition. But yeah, so those are actual coins that were minted by Brutus with him on the front, and then on the back he commemorated the occasion, I guess, with 2 daggers and the date, the Ides of March.
Oh, very, very, very interesting. Okay. Well, anything else you want to add to this? Because I mean, I'm sold on the mechanic there that anybody could, steal away being that one in the game. I think that's just a brilliant hook into this game.
Thank you so much, and I just check us out on Kickstarter. Come by if you're at Origins. Come by booth 957, and we're doing demo games while we're here to see a round or two on how it works.
Absolutely. So this is Gray Forest Games. They got this really nice banner here that you'll see them as you come back into the back row, booth 957. I'm here with Christian. Go check them out on Kickstarter too if you can't get back here. For the meanwhile, I'm Stephen Bonacore, the Podfather of Gaming, and I'll see you again later.